Salut tout le monde! So this is my first full summer in France and it's my first ever summer in Paris. I was not prepared for the heat and the sunshine and the lack of climatisation that is summer in Paris. So I want to share with you some things that I wish that I had known I needed, or I want to make sure you're more prepared than I was if you plan on spending any part of the summer in Paris. Yeah. The first thing I do want to talk about, I think, is kind of obvious. Clothing, very important thing you're gonna need for the summer in Paris. But before I get to the actual essentials, I do want to point out something you may have already noticed, which is that I'm wearing a brand new necklace and earrings. And I think they're just so cute. So I'm wearing a necklace that is like a little hand touching a sort of, I don't even know what to call it, like rhinestone maybe? I feel like rhinestone doesn't do it justice. And then I've also got these cute little butterfly earrings. So Anna Luisa very generously sent me these pieces of jewelry, and they also gave me a discount code for you, so I'll talk about that in a second. I actually first heard about them when I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers, Dani Gallero, and she was wearing these really cool paperclip sort of earrings, and so she actually talked about Ana Luisa in one of her videos. So aside from how cool the pieces looked, I was also really drawn into the way that the jewelry is made, and after doing a little more of my own research by looking at their website, which is super transparent, super informative, I saw that they're very, sustainably conscious, environmentally conscious. So basically they have a 100% carbon and water neutrality. So this is a company that cares about the environment. They care about producing jewelry in an ethical and also environmentally sound way. And so I was so excited when they reached out. So yes, these pieces are not essential for the summer, but I think they're really cute. And honestly, ever since I started wearing them, I felt like my outfits kind of felt more pulled together, if that makes sense, especially coming from someone who doesn't really wear that much jewelry. I feel like, I don't know, I just feel kind of upgraded. So I think what I'm probably gonna end up doing is buying another necklace that's maybe a bit shorter, more of like a choker, and sort of stack the necklaces, because I think that would be a really, really cute, I don't know, little fashion trend thing to try out. So the price point does start at $39, and I feel like that price point can be a little steep. But for me, the fact that I know that it is better for the environment than a lot of other pieces of jewelry, it makes the price point make a lot more sense, and it makes it worth it to me. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Without further ado, here's the link or code that you can use to get 10% off of your own Ana Luisa purchase. So yeah, not necessarily an essential for summer, but a discount code nonetheless. So now to talk about the things that go under, let's talk about the actual outfit. So I'm definitely not going to tell you what to wear in terms of style, because I just think that's ridiculous. So obviously wear whatever you want. I'm just going to focus more so on like practicality, sometimes safety, or like perceived safety, which we'll talk about in a second. So in regards to practicality, you definitely want to talk about material and color, because it just gets so hot in Paris. I basically just wear cotton and linen when I can. I do want to invest in a couple more linen pieces, because they just, oh, they're so much better when you're sweating. As far as colors go, I am very much so wearing less black, which makes me sad, but it's also kind of fun to be wearing not black, I guess. So I've been wearing a lot of blue, a lot more neutral colors, whites. Although I swear I've not worn a white shirt yet that I haven't gotten stains on. I mean, actually, I think I get stains on all my shirts. It's just more noticeable on the white ones. So anyway, when it comes to the outfit itself, I basically have been gravitating towards some sort of tank top or t-shirt that is more or less crop top. And then I pair that with high-waisted shorts. And if somebody tries to tell you that French people don't wear shorts, they literally have no idea what they are talking about, okay? Do not let anyone tell you that you can't wear shorts in France, because it is way too hot out. I see a ton of people wearing shorts, like literally everyone. And even if they weren't, like, who cares? Okay, please don't feel like you can't wear something that will be much cooler for you just because you think other people won't be wearing it. On top of the basic outfit itself, I'll usually wear or bring a long sleeve layer. Oh my god, can you hear that? That's a pigeon. There's a pigeon like right above me. Okay, anyway. Oh yeah, okay, the long sleeve layers. So I have this denim jacket that I really enjoy. It's oversized, and a couple of other long sleeve shirts. And then I also have this really cute blazer that I haven't had the opportunity to wear yet because it just feels super fancy. But yeah, I basically like wearing or bringing these things in case it gets cold. Also, unfortunately, I like having these pieces because I feel a lot less vulnerable. This is something where it's kind of hard to talk about just because it is so absolutely frustrating. But as a young woman who's often in the city alone, I feel a lot more comfortable the more covered up I am. I'm not saying that you should cover up in order to be more safe, because like obviously anything can happen at any time, no matter what it is you're doing, no matter what it is you're wearing. It's just, for me, I think this is what I was talking about earlier when I said perceived safety, because I don't actually think that wearing an oversized denim jacket is going to protect me from whatever, but it makes me feel better. So I don't know, I just feel less exposed. And it is very sad to say, but it also is the truth, and I don't want to lie to you. And to be honest, this is also the same reason why I'm not usually wearing dresses or skirts. This is not to say that you definitely shouldn't wear skirts or dresses. I see women wearing skirts and dresses all the time here. I see really cute bodycon dresses or maxi skirts or baby doll dresses, and I'm just like, oh, that's so cute. But personally, I just don't feel comfortable in them. And this has everything to do with like external factors, which again is incredibly frustrating, but that's just where I'm at. There's also a lot of like huge grates which go over the metro. So if you walk over them and if there's like a big gust of air, you know, you have a Marilyn Monroe moment, which is a vibe, but not so much when you're not expecting it. Also, I'm like pretty clumsy, so I can imagine myself tripping or falling, and that's just not the best image when I'm wearing a skirt or a dress. And then also on the topic of just like being clumsy and walking around a lot, definitely also want to invest in some durable shoes. I've really only been wearing my white sneakers, and it's interesting because I have again been hearing people say that like, oh, if you wear white sneakers in France, people definitely pick you out as a tourist, which first of all, like, who cares? But then second of all, that's actually very much not true. Like, once again, if somebody's trying to tell you that, they just don't know what they're talking about. I see everyone wearing white sneakers, and I couldn't tell you if they're tourists or Parisians or French people from other places in France. And like, it just doesn't matter. I like my white sneakers because they go with everything, and because they are easy to walk in, and because I like the way they look. If you want to wear them, knock yourself out. If you don't, I would at least recommend a pair of sturdy shoes. I will say I do prefer closed-toed shoes as opposed to open-toed, even in the heat, because like I was saying before, very clumsy, and if I'm stubbing a toe, it's gonna hurt way less if my toes are protected. The only thing I'll say is I don't really see too many people wearing flip-flops, and I very much think that has to do with practicality. I really don't think that those would be sturdy enough to walk around in, so beware of the flip-flops. Something else that I think really ties the outfit together, but then also is super practical, is my handy dandy fanny pack. I love this fanny pack so much. Oh my gosh. I basically just wear this with every single outfit. And so you totally can do this, but I don't wear it in front. What I'll do is put it around like this. It's super easy access. And if you've seen my prior video, I did one last year on, I think, like the bags that I was bringing to France. I was very obsessed with how much storage each bag had and like how many pockets there were. I'm happy to report that there are just a ton of pockets in this freaking fanny pack. I ended up just getting this from like a market down the street. It was about €7, so really not breaking the bank with this one. The chances of getting pickpocketed are very, very much decreased, and you know that that is near and dear to my heart if you've seen my video on my experience with pickpocketing in Paris. Now, just because you have the fanny pack though, doesn't mean that that's the only thing that you should be carrying around. I would also recommend your very own tote bag. I definitely think that a big tote bag is absolutely a necessity, and this is because there are other things that you're going to want to be carrying around in the summer. So I'm pretty sure that everything else that I have on my list is actually currently in said tote bag. Let's just go right inside, shall we? Very, very important, sunscreen. For the love of God, please don't go out without wearing sunscreen. You know, I came to Paris thinking that there really wasn't going to be that much sunlight. I don't know if this is just an incorrect well, a lot of stereotypes are incorrect. I don't know if this is like a misconception about Paris. The sun is always shining. At least for the summer season, the sun feels like it is always out. I'm actually gonna check because I don't know what time. Yeah, so this morning the sun rose at 6:05 a.m. and it's not going to set until 9:49 p.m. Yeah, there's a lot of sun. So I basically just got these at the closest grocery store, which is a Carrefour. I can't remember how much it was, but I mean, even if you can't find this brand, please just get some powerful sunblock. This is 50 SPF. I'm not messing around. I have a separate tube for my face. This is also 50 SPF, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if it's a scam to get sunscreen that's different for your face as opposed to like your body. But personally, I feel more comfortable having a face sunscreen. I just have really sensitive skin. It gets even more sensitive in the face area. So yeah, these have been working really great. I haven't gotten burned yet, but I will say it was not great when I put this on my under eye and like on my lids. I think it's just because when I would sweat, the sweat and sunscreen mixture would get into my eyes and it would burn. So I don't put sunscreen around my eyes, and instead I just use sunglasses. Unfortunately, these are not prescription sunglasses, so I cannot see clearly when I put them on, but at least my eyes and my, around my eyes are being protected. You're also gonna wanna wear like UV protection lip balm, which I don't have in my tote bag, but I probably should. The last thing about sunglasses that I'll say is an added perk to wearing them, in addition to just like protecting yourself, you just feel so powerful when you put on a pair of sunglasses. And I don't know what it is. I mean, I do know what it is. It's because people can't see where my eyes are, and it makes me feel a lot more empowered to just like stare straight ahead. And I've noticed that when I'm wearing my sunglasses and when I'm walking, people are like 85% more likely to move out of my way than if I wasn't wearing sunglasses. And this is a hill that I will die on. I absolutely hate, in general, in Paris, maybe France overall, I hate how it's like nobody moves out of each other's way, and it's like you just end up skimming, like you skim somebody's arm because neither of you wants to move. And I'm sure that has something to do with just like different understandings of spatial awareness, whatever. But then also just like as a woman, I've lived my whole life with men just like subconsciously, it is a real researched subconscious thing that men just expect a woman to move, and that's also been my lived experience forever. So I actually do this thing where I basically, when I'm walking outside, I very, very much try as little as possible to move, because I want to reclaim my space. So yeah, wearing sunglasses makes that a lot more doable. Next, we've got, this is an all the time essential, some good old hand sani. Now that it's summertime, now that it's warmer out, people are really just not taking COVID as seriously as before. And I mean, like, I get it, but also I hate it. So do not forget your hand sani. In the summertime, you're going to be going out, doing a lot of things, taking the metro, getting ice cream. So make sure between the time that you're on the metro and going to grab that ice cream cone, you've got your hand sani in between. Anyway, next, this is not in the tote bag, but that's because I've been sipping on it throughout this video. Get yourself an insulated water bottle. This is a hydro flask. I don't know if these are available in France, but I'm sure they have insulated bottles here regardless. This has been a lifesaver. And I mean, to be honest, yeah, I'm gonna say that when I'm walking around, I don't see many people holding water bottles. I feel like that's something that's very, very common in the US. Everybody's got a water bottle, but in France, if people have them, you're not normally seeing them. Once again, if you want to carry a water bottle around, freaking knock yourself out. A lot of times I do just walk around and carry it like this. Unfortunately, once again, that's a little bit more of like a safety mechanism, but still, what's the point I'm trying to get at? I basically just like fill this up, put ice in it before I leave. It stays cold throughout the whole day. Of course, I'm probably gonna go through this within like an hour or two, so I sometimes do have to cave and like buy a water bottle, which I hate doing. Actually, now that I think of it, there should be places in Paris where you can fill up your water bottle for free, but I haven't seen them yet, so yeah. Going along with the insulated theme, and especially if you're somebody who like packs your own lunch and snacks, make sure you're investing in an insulated lunch pail. It makes me feel a lot more, what's the word? I don't know, like more prepared when I go out in the summertime. Wherever it is that I'm going, I don't have to be reliant on like trying to find a place around me. I don't have to worry about how much it's gonna cost. And then I can actually use my money for like smaller treats like ice cream. So I feel like ice cream keeps coming a lot in this video, so you can see where my brain is at 8:46 in the morning. Okay, I don't know where I'm inserting this, but once again, I forgot to ask you, if you're getting any value out of this video, please do give it a thumbs up. This gives me a great confidence boost, but it also helps spread this video to as many people as possible. Thank you very much. What I wrote on my list for the 10th essential for a summer in Paris is a waiting activity. Basically, whenever I go anywhere, I make sure I have a book and or my headphones so I can listen to a podcast or something. Because the fact of the matter is, especially in the summertime, there's gonna be a lot of waiting, like if you're on the metro or if you're waiting in line for something. But then there's also a lot of time where you're just kind of like, where you're just sitting outside. Yesterday, I was just sitting in front of the Seine and I had my book and I read a couple of chapters, and it was a spiritual experience. So I definitely recommend having you know, something, especially if you're going to tourist attractions. Like summer is high tide for tourists here, so you're gonna be waiting around a lot. So now the final bonus thing that you need in Paris in the summer, which is not a tangible thing, but it is basically creativity or ingenuity. So Paris is so hot. Like I said before, it's so hot in the summer, and there's just really no such thing as climatisation. Okay, like there is, but it's not a thing in most apartments. Even in a lot of establishments, there's not that much AC. So you have to find creative ways to stay cool. It's something that I have been doing recently, especially with like high 90-degree weather and with another canicule that's coming up. I will take an ice cold shower with my clothes on, get my hair soaking wet, and then I just stand in front of my fan. Just stand there. And I found that this not only makes me cold, but it keeps me cold for maybe like 30 minutes to an hour. So you're actually gonna see a lot of creativity, fingers crossed, in the next video, because like I said, a canicule is coming up and I'm gonna try to film how Patoche and I get through it. So wish me luck. Good luck to you as well. And à la prochaine. And don't forget about the discount code.